Hey guys, and welcome to our podcast.
And remember, stupidity is prohibited.
First, we're going to talk about the Blazers-Warriors series in basketball.
Yes.
All right, to start it off, Portland had a terrible start to that game. If anyone wants to explain why that happened.
Game one, 21 turnovers, and they're not going to beat the Warriors 21 turnovers.
36% shooting. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's just terrible. Part of that, you're good. Part of that reason is their whole offense in the past, 3 weeks has been a pick and roll with Damian Lillard at the top, him then utilizing offense, kicking out, etc. And right now, what the Warriors are doing on the pick and roll, as soon as the pick is happening, they're just collapsing and going right to Lillard, just not allowing him to do anything. They're just totally wiping Lillard out of the equation, which forces him to try to make tough passes, and which is why turnovers are produced because of that.
Yeah. Dame had he was a little nervous in the beginning of game one.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing the Warriors.
Yeah, you really can't be nervous, and even KD's out, and they're still nervous, which kind of terrible for any team going up against them.
Yeah, and then Curry's figured it out.
Yeah,
McCollum had a slow game.
Yeah,
17 points, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds.
Dame and CJ McCollum combined for 36 points in game one, and Steph Curry could easily outscore them both by himself. And if he does, obviously the series is over, which he has been doing for the second game. And
I'm pretty sure he's 3 away from outscoring them.
Yeah, I think he got 37 points in game two.
But the thing about the Blazers is they always overpower the offensive boards. They get their offensive rebound.
I mean, remember Nurkic, he got injured, terrible injury to his leg.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, their pick and roll success is going down because of it. He was one of the best in the league on the pick and roll as a big man. That's gone for them.
Yeah, the Warriors were totally aggressive coming out on Lillard and not letting him step into any 3-pointers. Obviously, we saw that in game two because that made them lose because Andre Iguodala had a insanely clutch blocked shot at the end. And
that was great defense.
In game one, Curry actually did tie McCollum and Dame scoring.
Yeah, that's just insane.
I mean, that just tells you how good Curry is.
He out-rebounded them and broke even on assists, too. So he played a better game than both of them combined.
And Klay Thompson...
in order for the Blazers to win, Damian should have more assists than Curry.
Yeah.
That's what he needs to do in order for them to have a chance in this series.
I mean, shooting 51% from three, the Warriors did in game one, is just crazy.
That's incredible.
And 13 steals. So 13 of the 21 turnovers were steals.
Yeah.
That's just terrible turnover.
And most of the other ones were errant passes. I mean, it's just collapsing defense by the Warriors. It's really good.
I'm confident that they'll come back, though.
And Klay Thompson was doing insanely good defending one-on-one with McCollum and just didn't let any of them go through him.
Yeah, he's always been an underrated defender. He's always up on the ball, never fading away from the ball. He's always up there.
Totally agree.
Do you want to talk about how Draymond Green's been playing?
Oh, I mean, when you take out Durant, it's back to the old Warriors, right? Which gives Green more playing time, which is why you're seeing things like this. And then people will make the debates that, the Warriors without Durant are better. When in reality, it's just that without Durant, they're stepping up way more than they could have before. But if they had to do that the whole year without Durant, it wouldn't work because they would just get exhausted.
People acting like Curry does, before Durant came, didn't drop 36 on, almost every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we even saw that Seth Curry had amazing games, and he's able to create his own shot.
So, I want him to make more minutes.
Yeah, I feel like, remember, Seth has been playing Curry for how long? Oh, yeah, or his brother for how long? His whole life. He's been playing up against him, right?
Yeah.
But it's in the driveway or just as they get older, right? He knows his moves. He knows his tendencies. For him to be on Curry, it's worked more than any other defender.
Yeah, definitely game two, Seth Curry showed out with many steals and clutch threes at the end, which almost got him that win, but the Warriors overpowered him at the end.
I would love them to see the Blazers switch up their starting lineup. Maybe take out Aminu and put like Rodney Hood starting because he's been playing outstanding in these playoffs.
Yeah.
Rodney Hood's pretty good basketball.
He outscored Aminu in that game, and Harkless dropped 17 in game 1. But like he's not even good on the boards for how lengthy he is.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna be seeing adjustments.
Yeah,
Zach Collins is getting like 25 minutes a game, and even though he's a good shot blocker, he needs to be scoring the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of adjustments, it's literally 66-53 at halftime right now. I mean, Blazers definitely changed what they're doing. Dame's working better. I mean, 66 points, that's a lot for a Warriors
huge
defense
improvement.
to give up. That's pretty good. In the second quarter, they outscored them 37-26. So, it's working.
Definitely huge changes for the Warriors. And also, big news having Kevin Durant out for Game 3 and Game 4, which obviously Game 3 is going on right now.
I doubt he'll be back this series.
Yeah.
No, highly doubt it.
Resting up for New York.
Yeah.
Definitely. The Trailblazers definitely need to win these 2 next games because at home the Warriors are just unstoppable.
They protect their home well though, Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta
Portland
protect
and
Rip City.
The fact that the Blazers shot 14% worse from the field than the Warriors did from 3.
Think about that. I mean, that's insane.
But we see that.
And that's including layups. They're contesting Dame's layups at the boards. McCollum, they're contesting that.
Absolutely outstanding offense by Portland this game, which is a huge change from what we have been seeing the first 2 games, which I'm loving to see because Portland is underrated team right now going against the most overpowered team in NBA.
I feel like they need to, since there's no Durant, taking away an elite defender. Like, he's underrated for his defense, and you're taking away, like, a main player of the ball. Like, they're going to be spreading the ball, and I don't feel like they changed their mentality of, like, how they used to be early in the playoffs with Durant, like a one-man show kind of.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be, like, guarding everybody.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They got to realize Andre Iguodala and Draymond Green are actually like professional players. They've been playing for a long time, especially Andre Iguodala and Draymond Green.
At first, right when they won their first championship, the Warriors, no one thought they were underrated, right? They're like, oh my gosh, it seems amazing. But as they keep winning and winning, for some reason, that makes people perceive players like Green and Iguodala. I don't even know.
Iguodala.
I know. I can never say his name.
Stupid.
But as being worse than they really are. Which is odd. They keep on winning and winning.
If the Warriors are gonna beat you, you don't want like Curry and Thompson dropping 40 on you. Like have like Iguodala.
You gotta force them to spread the ball.
Have Iguodala beat you.
I feel so. According to the stats, Warriors have the least amount of ISO plays out of any team in the NBA after Steve Kerr came to the Warriors, which is huge. Huge improvement on the coach.
And think about that. Why would
spreading the rock?
It's so much smarter than offense with ISO. I mean, think about it. When you are attacked, that's why the Rockets' offense, I think it could be so much better. Even though it was considered really good, I think it could be even better. When you have really good, especially players that are even good in the NBA, not even just like good talents, because everyone in the NBA is a good talent, right? But just super good players around you like Thompson, Green, and Durant. Why would you not pass the ball around, get screens for people?
And also on defense, they're very they have huge movement and stuff, and have always been trapping CJ and Damian Lillard at the top of the key, which has been huge for all the turnovers.
That's why I'd like to see a shift in the starting lineup, because if they're gonna like double team them up top, Aminu and Harkless can't really hit the 3 as well as Seth Curry can. So if you have Seth Curry, they're just gonna if they're gonna double team him, there's a good chance that he'll be open to knock down that 3. He has the 3rd highest 3-point percentage this year.
Yeah.
And he's playing good defense against
in front of his brother.
And
Yeah.
Myers Leonard has been doing insane, given that he's not a known player. He's definitely been doing perfect, dunking and just getting them those extra points that is needed.
Yeah. All right. So now Raptors Bucks.
Oh,
Giannis right now just takes the ball, literally pulls maybe one in and out dribble, then just gets practically by the guy, gets the guy on his hip, flushes it home. Right?
The series is over.
That's how people envision the Bucks offense. Well, right now they're changing that against a team that's talented in the Raptors. So right now, what is Giannis doing? He's kicking out. They're moving the ball. I mean, Brogdon, Middleton, just doing amazing.
yeah, they've been doing insanely well in the playoffs, and they've been exposing the Raptors' weaknesses, and you totally can see that by the scores that has been happening by the Bucks.
Siakam's definitely fell off these past few games.
Yeah, I mean,
the first game of the playoffs,
he has to step up.
I mean, Leonard can't carry him.
He can't.
He's so
it's
young.
Impossible when Giannis is on the other team.
Yeah.
Siakam, like if he starts missing like 2-3 shots, he gets it stuck in his head because he's not really a shooter. He just got a jump shot this year. So like it affects his jump shot and he just can't hit anything.
Yeah.
And Danny Green scoring 6 points in game 1. He has to hit he has to do so much better.
When they kick it out to him, he's got to hit shots, or else they don't have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of their starting players haven't been doing anything except Kawhi Leonard, really, and Kyle Lowry, obviously.
I mean, game 1, Kyle Lowry.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. The thing about the Raptors is they don't turn the ball over. They only had 12 turnovers in the first game.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
If the Raptors get more game 1 performances that Kyle Lowry had, look, what do you have, 30 points?
I mean in the fourth quarter, everyone except for Lowry in that game 1, everyone except Lowry was 0 for 15.
Yeah.
That's horrendous. How are you going to win a game like that? You're not going to win a game like that. That's terrible. I thought you have to step up in the playoffs.
If everyone steps up, I mean, like Kyle Lowry did game 1, I mean, you got 30 points from Lowry.
It takes more than one.
Siakam needs to step up.
Definitely. Yes. He only had 8 points last game for them.
Yeah, especially all these players have not been playing to their full potential as they normally do, which kind of shows how good. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily need points to step up, but you can see Siakam out there. He's not himself. He's not moving the way he should. He's not setting great screens. He's got to be more physical down low.
Raptors game 1, 37% from the field, 35.7% from 3, and they got 46 boards that game.
Yeah, and in game 2, obviously the Bucks destroyed them by 20 points, and that
hitting everything.
Yeah, they were hitting everything.
Giannis was hitting threes,
utilizing his teammates.
Giannis would be huge against the Warriors because they have no KD, so I mean, who's really going to stop them? But obviously, the Warriors do have an insane defense, so that'd be awesome to see how that will play out.
If Brook Lopez keeps hitting threes from
game over
Lillard or Curry range,
that was funny.
There's no chance the Raptors are winning. Like right now,
I mean, game 2 he didn't do particularly well. He kind of struggled actually.
Yeah, he won. Like if he keeps up that pace in game 1, he carried them in the fourth quarter of that game.
It doesn't seem like it's going good for the Raptors, and it hasn't been going good for them for the past couple of years. Obviously, being swept by the Cavaliers many times in the playoffs.
I don't think that they're gonna win a game. If they're gonna win a game. They're not gonna.
I mean, if they're gonna win a game, that's gonna be huge momentum for them because I feel like they're gonna get swept easily by Giannis and amazing team that surrounds him.
As a fan of the NBA, I want the Bucks. I'd rather have the Bucks because if the Raptors keep playing like they are now, like they're gonna have these games in the finals. They're not beating Golden State.
Well, that's the thing. Think about especially if Durant's not playing for the Warriors in a Bucks Warriors matchup. Who's going to stop Giannis?
Yeah,
No.
that's what I'm saying. A lot of people
Or
are
their
thinking
entire
that.
team collapses to the middle and they kick out, and he's got really good teammates.
Middleton,
Middleton,
it's not
Brogdon.
Yeah.
if it's Bucks Warriors without Durant, I think Bucks win it.
But I think Durant definitely plays if the
I
Warriors.
do. I think they're pushing for.
not.
I don't know. It sounded very negative from the Warriors
It does. Totally.
staff over there on Durant's progress. It doesn't sound too good.
If Giannis is pretty much dominating, arguably the best defender in the league, it just says something.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody in the Warriors. You double him, Middleton will hit the three.
I would like to see Durant play though, just because Durant, Giannis, they wouldn't be matched up all the time, but when they are, that'd be interesting to see.
That'd be huge. Giannis has been dunking over a lot of the players, which is fun to see, obviously, as a fan, but kind of scary for the Raptors fans.
Getting rebounds over 4 people.
The
Raptors
do not look like they want to remind me of Zion at Duke.
Zion?
I don't think the Raptors want to play. They don't look like they're ready for
I feel like their mindset is that if Giannis doesn't play bad, we're gonna lose.
I mean, you can also take into account Toronto just had a Game 7 series while Milwaukee only went to 5 games, so they might be worn out. But
going back to the Warriors-Blazers series, Seth Curry legit just now in their game. Seth Curry just stole the ball from Stephen Curry and made a transition 3, which shows how huge Seth Curry can be as growing up with Steph.
If Blazers, I feel like if Blazers still have like an 8+ lead after this third quarter, I say they win the game for sure.
Yeah, they're up by 10 right now.
They're a third quarter team. I mean, there's no denying that. They are the best team in NBA history in the third quarter. Whether it's coming back or extending their leads.
There's not much to talk about the Bucks Raptors besides how bad the Raptors are playing. So
yeah, we can go on to the lottery and
how crazy
Zion Williamson.
Mock drafts.
I want to talk about the lottery first.
Yeah. Talk
with
about
the new
that.
lottery system, you're going to be seeing this. I think this is a little much. You don't expect this every year, but it's going to be pretty close to this. I mean, you got Pelicans and Lakers who rose
Grizzlies
10
too.
spots, or close around 10, right?
Grizzlies.
And Grizzlies, yeah. So it's pretty crazy.
The 4 teams that pretty much tanked this year didn't even get top 2.
Yeah, that's kind of scary. And having a 6% chance of getting first, New Orleans came out and showing how the way the NBA does the draft is really helping to not have these overpowered teams.
Yeah, it's not going to happen again. I mean, tanking. That might be an irrelevant term from now on, especially after this.
I
feel like
depending on what happens next year in the lottery, right? If all of a sudden next year in the lottery, the 3 worst teams get top 5 picks or top 4 picks, right? Those 3 teams are in the top 4. People might go back to tanking.
I feel like this is the most entertaining conversation we'll probably have because is this the future of our league and this can change it so much. Is Anthony Davis going to stay in New Orleans or is he still going to leave?
Well, that's fun. It's funny because they were saying how Pelicans, they're going to be trading Anthony Davis, try to trade up in the draft, get maybe possibly 1 overall pick. Is Zion worth Anthony, or is Anthony Davis worth equivalent to Zion? Well, now they're in position to draft Zion.
Yeah, and totally, we can also be seeing the growth from Zion throughout his years on New Orleans. which will be fun
Yeah.
to see. This
I mean,
is
that's
a
the
good
thing.
draft.
Some people
This is the
think
best
Zion
draft.
might be playing behind Davis. That's not going to happen. It's going to be Davis starting at center, and then Zion being power forward.
100%.
Or I think it's still a possibility, which I know a lot of people do, but Anthony Davis still leaves. I think he can still be like, no, I'm leaving. I want to trade. And then they're probably going to trade him before the draft. And how funny would this be? If you're trading Anthony Davis, what number draft pick do you think you're probably going to get along with other players and other picks? Probably one, or probably picks 3, 4, 2, right, in that range.
Yeah, you want top 5.
Because that's Davis's, top 5. So if they get the 3 pick or the 2 pick, guess what's going to probably happen? They draft Zion, obviously, and then maybe Ja Morant goes 2. They got the 3rd pick from the Knicks or something. Now Anthony Davis is playing for the Knicks, right? That was a popular conversation. And now Pelicans have that 3rd pick via the Knicks. And guess who they draft? R.J. Barrett. Guess who's been playing together for an entire year?
Zion and
R.J. Barrett.
RJ.
How cool would that be? Even if Memphis trades the pick, which I don't think they will, and it's Ja Morant and Zion together on the Pelicans. Guess who played together in AAU? Zion and Ja Morant. They were on the same team in AAU.
Yeah, Ja Morant is insanely
He's
good.
explosive.
Yeah,
he reminds me of Westbrook.
Yep.
Exactly, Westbrook. Hopefully not the same personality.
Yeah.
But
wow.
do not like his take on
my mock draft. I have Nasser Little at 11 to the Timberwolves, and if that's how deep this draft is. Nasser Little was probably one of the better players on that UNC team.
Yeah, definitely with Kobe White also.
Kobe White.
And
going to the Bulls.
And when
I don't think Bulls trade up. I don't think they trade down. I think they draft Kobe White.
And
that'd be huge for them, having a 3-point shooter.
When you have Cam Reddish at 8 or 9 on some drafts, that just shows how deep the draft is.
Yeah, Cam Reddish. The thing was, now I'm gonna put it softly. He flat out sucked compared to what people thought he would do. But there were times where he did step up, and the talent level is there.
It was
I don't
definitely
think he'll have a problem. Yeah, he won't have a problem converting to college to NBA, to the college to the NBA 3-point line in terms of length. Because when you're a good shooter, the length doesn't matter. Because literally those shooters that are really good, like Curry, just put the ball literally where they want it to go.
Yeah, this.
So I think he's a good talent.
Do you guys want to talk about our drafts?
A little bit. We'll go more in depth next
episode. Yeah.
Yeah, because
as we get closer to the actual draft. Yeah, we're a month and a half out, 2 months.
This is very, very, very early.
Oh, let's talk about Lakers.
Oh,
I think Lakers trade.
We'll talk Lakers then, Mox.
I think Lakers definitely trade back. Probably draft Hachimura from Gonzaga. Really good talent in center. Yeah. He's not like the conventional center, big man, right? That used to be in the NBA. He can move. He's not really a big shooter. He can hit some mid range, but he's just good on the pick and roll. He's good on boards. He's like, picture Giannis, who can't shoot threes, and he's less muscular. And obviously not as good. But that's the type of player he is.
And Giannis coming into the league was kind of like a skinny guy.
Yeah.
He's kind of built like
that. Can evolve into that. I don't think that talent is there.
No.
But definitely. Who knows, right?
Yeah. Definitely skinny
or
like Kevin
if they
Durant.
Don't trade back, they're drafting. I don't like that people are saying Hunter. I have Jarrett Culver before Hunter.
Yeah, Jarrett Culver.
He's just a good guy, and his defense is probably he was one of the best defenders in NCAA. He led that Texas Tech second best defense in the NCAA. He led that.
He definitely showed up
along
in
with
Texas
Alessandro's Italian guy, probably his cousin or something. Mal, the only good Italian I've seen play basketball.
Jarrett Culver, I feel like his March Madness run raised his draft stock so much.
For sure. He was probably like 10 going into March Madness. Now he's like 5'4", 4'9",
and
obviously.
he might be able to go all the way up as like 3.
Yeah.
I mean,
you never know.
No, probably not. I think the top 3 is set. I think you got Zion, Morant, Barrett. If there are no trades in that top 3.
I don't like Barrett that much. Like him in like the big moments, he didn't really like show up for Duke.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes he did. Sometimes he didn't. And
I have my 5 to the Cavs.
The thing is, though, if you think about it, a lot of the players don't really play as good as they normally do in big moments, especially in college. Mainly in college.
Yeah.
NBA, they do step up.
Dame.
And as we go along in the NBA, they learn that, hey, there's going to be a lot of big moments like this. They're they're the same as other moments.
They have
They
more,
right?
more
It's the
time
same
to
game.
develop.
It's the same game.
Mm-hmm.
Update on the Warriors game. Warriors down 5, outscoring Blazers 18-10 in the third quarter. Once again, third quarter team. I mean, 10 points. Trailblazers.
Yeah,
right
it's
now?
within 5. We hopefully Trailblazers can kind of step it up at these last 3 minutes in the game.
The Trailblazers have to get this one, or else they're.
If they don't, I mean, obviously, who's came back from a 3-0 lead?
No one.
No one.
Who came back from a 3-1 lead?
Cavs came back from
No.
3. Love to remind you of that, Aiden.
The Cubs and the Cavs.
Yeah,
the Cubs and the Cavs.
Oh, that's tough, Aiden.
Wow.
Oh.
All right, do you guys want to give our mocks?
I don't have a complete mock yet.
We have brief
but right now, my top 3.
I should go up to top 10.
Okay.
I can, yeah.
You can do yours first. Go through yours.
Me?
Yeah.
Zion, obviously number 1 to the Pelicans. Best player in the draft. Probably the best player we've seen in the draft since LeBron.
Last decade, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Grizzlies, they even came out that they're saying Ja Morant.
Yeah, they've already expressed that vocally.
Point guard he can pass, he can do everything.
And he is not going to be necessarily playing behind Mike Conley. He won't be, honestly. Mike Conley is probably. This is the time in his career where Mike Conley moves to the bench.
Or two guard.
What Isaiah Thomas did. Yeah, that too.
This is where mine might be a little like sketchy. I have Darius Garland going 3 to the Knicks.
Good talent, but the fact that he got in. Okay, so I'm going to tell you his season. Plays 2 games, gets hurt. The first 2 games, did halfway decent, right?
Like Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, and then he plays. I think towards the end of the season, I might be wrong, honestly. I'm pretty sure he did play again. Almost positive he played again.
He did, yeah.
He did decent. He just did decent. Okay?
He had that season-ending knee injury at the end, though,
yeah. But going into the season, he was highly recruited and just like always a good. People always considered him a really good talent.
Like,
I don't see him at 3. I think it's too risky. I don't see him even going 4. I see him going behind. I see him going 6 to the Suns.
My 3, 4, 5 are like all interchangeable. Like Garland and Lakers get Hunter and Cavs get Barrett. I feel like you can switch any of them into any position.
Well, if Barrett if for whatever reason, according to you, most of the league Sancho is not like you. They think Barrett's good. They think he's really good. So based on that, I think that Barrett is going to go 3 to the Knicks. If for some reason the Knicks see a flaw in him, then I think Lakers are just, no matter what, I don't even care if he doesn't fit with the system.
Going to take Barrett?
They're going to take Barrett. He's too good to.
You have to.
And then 6, Culver, but maybe I could probably see him going up a couple, like 1 or 2 spots.
Yeah, I have Culver. So you have Culver to the Suns, right?
Yeah.
I have Culver going before Hunter. I think he's just a better talent.
New update on the Blazers game. Warriors in front, timeout. Trailblazers, 2 minutes left.
Yeah, way too late. They should have called it when they were down or when they were up 5.
And then Bulls, Kobe White need to fix their point guard situation. Chris Dunn, if you want to be a playoff team this year, he's just
Chris
not the
Dunn's
guy.
not your point.
He's not the guy.
He's right in the bench, 6 man.
Maybe 7th. They got Cam Reddish 8 to the Hawks, good shooter. I think it can help like Trae Young.
This is a really big draft
John Collins
for Atlanta. Yeah, I mean Atlanta's gonna take Cam Reddish, or it's too early for Bol.
Yeah.
And then it's too early for people like Nazir Little.
I like that guy.
Is definitely there.
I love John Collins, like the way he's been playing.
Mm-hmm.
And number 9, they got Sekou Doumbia from France.
Okay.
And then 10 to finish it off, I have Rui Hachimura, which I think would like help out their team so much more, getting a good shooter in Reddish and getting a solid big man to help Trae Young in pick and roll.
Yeah, he's really good. He's good on pick and roll, and instead of going all the way to the hoop, he can just spot for mid range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could start off with mine. So definitely have Zion Williamson going first. Obviously, insane big man, 6'7", 285 pounds. Kind of reminds me of LeBron James, and he was insane at dunking. Obviously, you saw like his videos on dunking even in high school.
360s in the middle of a game against.
Guys, the Pelicans are going to be on national TV now.
What?
Whoa.
That's a new thing.
What do you mean no one wanted to watch Anthony Davis refuse to play?
Yeah, so, I mean, Zion Williamson averaged 22.6 points, around 9 rebounds, and, like, 2 assists, 2 steals, and, like, 2 blocks. He was playing 30 minutes a game. He got 68% from the field, which is huge. And talking about percentages from the field, I'm going to third just to talk about R.J. Barrett. I kind of have him there. He's not totally insane, but I feel like he can definitely be worked on because he scored 860 points in the season, which is more than any freshman in ACC history.
I mean, yeah, think about that. Everyone thought Zion was amazing player, right? Which he is. He definitely is. He's definitely the best talent. But Barrett scored more points. I mean, obviously, in a conventional basketball offense, your guards are probably going to score more points. Your shooting guard should be scoring the most points on your team. The shooting guard, he's almost like the shortstop of baseball. He's usually the biggest talent. He's usually that go-to guy who's going to be driving for a layup. But Zion is just such a big talent, such a good talent that you can use him to drive and be unconventional. Go against what you would think a power forward would really do.
It was kind of scary seeing his percentages on 2 points and 3 points. So he was 27% on his 2-point jumpers and then 30% on 3-point attempts, which is very low compared to like Zion Williamson or any NBA talents.
I mean, Barrett shot more.
Yeah, he did shoot more. I mean,
no one really points this out, but
it obviously is happening.
He feels the need to shoot. Not a ball hog, not that level, but sometimes he does feel the need to shoot. Yeah. Which in the NBA, that's gonna not only get fixed, but he's gonna be more effective with his
definitely going back to number 1. If Zion can like improve his 3-point shot a little bit more,
definitely on the off season, that's gonna be huge.
I don't see like a world where he
and he's had a good 3-point shot.
Candidate.
He has not had a terrible shot. It just definitely could be revised.
Exactly, and that's what good players do. They fix what's good to great, and then they fix what's great to amazing.
And you turn to Curry. Also going to second, can't go wrong with John Morant. Insanely good guard. He was playing Murray State, averaging 24
Murray
points.
What?
Yeah, exactly. He put Murray State on the map.
Not recruited very highly, but they missed out. They thought, some scrawny guard.
Whoever goes there.
Dribble. That doesn't mean anything.
He
kind of does.
He averaged more minutes than Zion, which I mean obviously makes sense because who knows about Murray State.
I watched a Murray State game when it was on ESPN because they only get like 2 a year, right? So they were playing Bradley or something. They were playing some. Yeah, I think it was Bradley.
NBC.
Yeah, they were. he would kick it out for 3. Guy was wide open. Air ball. Funniest thing ever. Their center was like a big fat guy. No offense, dude, but
Yeah.
No.
And in the March Madness, huge upset on Marquette. Having
except at the same time,
Howard on the
Marquette has lost like I think 8 of their last, or like 5 of their last 7 or
I feel
6.
like a lot of people had State winning that
yeah,
game.
I feel
Yeah.
like it's really just like upset in the numbers way, but kind of like
Yeah,
known
yeah,
that they're gonna win.
Is Howard in the draft?
Marcus Howard, not totally sure.
No, he opted to stay back.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
mean,
that's
yeah.
That's
I
kind
know,
of
like,
good because there's so many high talents in this draft.
Yeah, at the same time,
because like with his talent, I think he'd like get outside like the big money zone of like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
I think this year this draft class, it's not super deep, but like the top 3 are the best top 3 we've seen in a while, and then like the top 20 are some of the best top 20 we've seen in a while. But really, after that, there is a big drop off.
Yeah, like to Jackson Hayes or Nickel
Well, really, 25-ish. I mean, right? I mean, a lot of mock drafts have Carson Edwards going to the Cavaliers at 26.
Mm-hmm.
I think Carson Edwards is better than that, personally. I think I could see him going 23 to the Jazz.
Hypothetical situation: if Cassius Winston was in this draft, where would he be?
Great question. Especially after how he's played. Towards the end of the
Maybe
season.
replace Kobe White?
Not that high. No.
Kobe White.
I would think in between like 19 to
I think he'd be
25 range.
A little past the lottery.
Yeah, definitely not
19,
bad.
25.
Not bad.
19, 25 range. Warriors up 3, end of the third, 18-39. Outscored them 29 to 13. I mean, they only scored 3 more points than they did in the second quarter, but they held the Blazers to 16 less than they scored in the first quarter, and quick math, 24 less than they got in the second quarter. Pretty impressive.
Alright, finish your draft, Aiden.
Alright, so I mean, the rest I was having is kind of like controversial. I don't really know. It's around like 4, 5, and 6. I'm having like DeAndre Hunter, Jared Culver, and like Darius Garland. Didn't really totally know where to put everyone, but I feel like Jared Culver is definitely going to the Cavs.
I mean, yeah, with the NBA scouting, there's a lot that, like, especially in that 4, 5, 6 range with Culver, Hunter, and Garland.
Yeah, I feel like Culver would be a big fit.
You can mismatch it any way, and no one would be shocked.
Yeah.
I feel like
you can have Garland 4, you can have Garland 5, Garland 6, Hunter 4, 5, 6, Culver 4, 5, 6, and it would be like, holy cow, what are they doing?
I feel like Garland's a high risk, like you can
high reward.
High risk, high reward, but he also could be a big bust. That's why the Bulls, like if he does fall somehow, I would not want them taking them. I would not want him in Chicago because the Bulls don't have like a chance to take a risk, like because Markkanen, Levine, and Carter, like I think our team, if we get like a decent free agent, is ready to compete this year, and I don't think we should take a risk. I think
Bulls are a playoff team. Towards the end of the year, they started playing to their full potential, and they were playing playoff caliber basketball.
I think like
really
5
good.
seed.
And then all of a sudden, they're tanking, they're losing, so it's like it's hard to tell. But when they were playing, they were really playing good.
After that, the free agency.
Free agency this year, I don't see
probably one of the best.
Not yet.
Free agencies.
I don't know. Depending on free agency goes for them.
Not this free agency, maybe next free agency.
I think the Bulls are like a 5 seed. At most.
At most, yeah.
Do you guys want to go on to hockey?
Yeah, JC's still there.
JC?
Yeah.
His eyes probably lit up hockey.
We know nothing.
You mean I get to talk?
Yeah. Give us your.
So I'm just gonna start off with let's go a little bit biased here. We're gonna start off with San Jose. Very controversial series with St. Louis, as we know, with the hand goal.
What? Okay, I have a question. What constitutes as a pass? Does it have to be on purpose? Because from my perspective, it looked like he didn't do it on purpose. He was trying to bat it straight down to him.
That's what they're trying to say here is that he didn't do it. I did not see any purpose into that. He didn't.
It looked like he was trying to give it to himself.
Yeah.
Which you're allowed to.
And if you did review that play, you could see he got cross-checked soon after. So it would have been a penalty on both teams. Would have been a 4-on-4 situation. I think the Sharks could have came up with it, especially since it's the Logan Couture line, best line that they had so far. But, yeah, I don't think it was luck. St. Louis saying it's luck.
Yeah, that luck is a stupid word in sports.
I mean, the Sharks have faced elimination 2 times. Game 7s, they fought back, they've won. And, yeah, they have calls go their way, but most of the calls go against them. And it's just,
you know who else fell back in one? Cubs over Indians. Sorry, Evan, I had to.
Wow.
Come on. The Cubs window is over. Let's get over the Cubs.
I hate, as a Blackhawks fan, I do not want to see, any success for the Blues.
Or Bruins. Remember that rivalry?
I was in St. Louis at one time, and then, I had something from, I was wearing something Blackhawks, and the guy's like, oh, yeah, the Blackhawks are, terrible. The Blues are so much better. And that just, got me really mad. Even though he's probably telling the truth.
You should have said 3 out of 6. As in they won 3 out of 6 years.
Yeah, true.
I mean, the NHL, back to the hand pass. The NHL did admit that they missed a hand pass call.
I don't think those refs I'm pretty sure they
got
banned
at
for
the same
finals.
time, if the NHL thought that he did it on purpose, when he really didn't. Because if you look at his head, it wasn't entirely looking at to his left, but it was in the middle. So I don't know. I'm not entirely sure.
Bruins swept them, right?
Oh yeah, Bruins swept their Canes.
I mean, calling it lucky is kind of a over.
I mean, think about that. What is luck? Luck is when you actually. It's almost like if you do something that you weren't trying to do or that you never thought would really actually work.
Yeah,
right?
and even if they didn't
discovering chocolate
get the
chip
goal,
cookies was luck. That was not on purpose. That's luck.
Yeah.
I mean, luck is a funny thing in sport.
I love my chocolate chip cookies, but.
Oh yeah.
JC, how was the Bruins Canes series?
Yeah, I was just. I felt like it was upsetting, especially when it's the Eastern Conference Final. I mean,
for a hockey fan,
expect it to be a sweep. As a hockey fan, I don't want to see that. Again, since the
any
Bay
sport
Lightning,
you don't want to see
it. Think about it. The Canes were the number 2 wild card team, right?
Yeah.
So they were the worst, technically, by standings. They were the worst team on that side.
Exactly.
So
Tampa Bay screwed them up. I mean
Tampa Bay, they screwed that up. Eventually, it catches up to a team that, maybe it catches up to them where their talent level starts to go down compared to almost when they were on a high in a way, where they're doing super good. It catches up to them. They start to play at their normal level, and then that's why I think they got swept.
The NHL probably lost a lot of money, TVs, watching from a 4-game sweep.
Yeah, the ratings.
Yeah.
I mean, talking about all the all the Sharks people being lucky. I mean, they still had to. The Blues would have still had to score a goal. It wasn't game over, just right away.
And I mean, you have a rookie goalie in the goal, and Martin Jones came up against the Vegas with 50-something goals, 52 saves. And Binnington not seeing in the NHL playoffs as much. I'm actually kind of surprised that he's saving as many shots as he is.
JC, what's your prediction for the rest of the playoffs for hockey?
So I feel like if Chara is good, if St. Louis wins this, they'll probably get dropped off by the Bruins. But if the Sharks win, it's gonna be a close one.
It's gonna be a good series.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
Sharks got it.
I'm
I
gonna
feel
turn on
like
hockey, guys.
I mean, I can see
Sharks
every
got it.
player on the Sharks absolutely stepping up in the next few days against the Blues, and then continuing that against the Bruins.
Yeah, you got the MVP in the whole thing right here is Logan Couture. You know, he start. I would be very disappointed if he doesn't score in the next game. If they all decide to show up, I think it should be easy, especially at home. When you go back to St. Louis again, I think they have a good chance.
The tank
But,
is like one of the hardest places to win an away game, like in all of sports.
You got Bruins. The schedule has been released. The first 2 games are going to be there, so it's going to be tough. So you don't want to be down 2-0, so you're going to have to split. And
I mean,
once you split against the favorite, who's right? The Bruins are the favorite.
No, right now, I mean the Sharks.
Well, technically Sharks, but I feel like a lot of people are expecting Bruins because of the sweep, right? From an outsider's perspective.
huge momentum.
Yes, exactly.
I saw this thing on Instagram. It was like Boston in the championship in the past like 10 years or something. They win the championship like every year except for 1 year.
I mean,
like New England between the Patriots, Red Sox, and Bruins.
Boston.
Yeah,
and Celtics.
And the Celtics.
Talking about the Sharks, they came from
07, 08, Celtics.
2 Game 7 games, and they've been used to these Game 7, which I feel like they could win against the Blues, but it's going to be a close game, close series
especially at
overall.
home. I think it's going to be. I disagree with the close game thing. If it does go into Game 7, I think they're going to be just absolutely come out like pissed, and I feel like they're just going to play to their full potential. Take St. Louis serious and just get past them. Go to Boston, try to do their job there, split it.
I feel like the Sharks are going to pop off if they go against the Bruins because they're going to have a ton of they're gonna not be happy going into all these Game 7s, and they're gonna want to get it over with and want to have an easy series.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm gonna kind of take over and talk about soccer a little bit.
Soccer.
So, as you guys probably know, if you pay attention to soccer, Spurs, Tottenham Hotspurs, and Liverpool are going to be in the Champions League finals.
Come back, baby.
And my opinion on this is this game's going to be very boring. It's like 2 Premier League teams are playing in the championships. Like, they're in the same league.
You're saying soccer's boring?
No, this game, like having 2 English teams. Like, there's no fun. I feel like Spurs are going to come on top. Heung-min Son is going to score at least 1 in the final.
Hey, can I say something about the Atalanta and Lazio?
Yeah.
Lazio, Atalanta, toy game. 82nd minute. Sidor Cook, Sovic, goal! I got another one. That was the game.
In Italian soccer, Massimiliano Allegri no longer the coach of Juventus. So I wonder who's gonna fill in that gap as a role like one of the best clubs in Europe. And going to like the MLS, Minnesota United beat Columbus Crew today 1-0. Sporting KC and Vancouver tied with a red card for Sporting KC. A lot of red cards today as DC United also have a red card.
Yeah, I know, a lot.
2-1 to the Dynamo. And then the Fire lost 4-1 to San Jose. San Jose's been like, I feel like they need to get another sports team.
I mean, okay, so they got hockey. Yeah, I can see them.
Maybe like a base.
I mean, I can't see him getting a football team. I mean,
No.
California
There's no
has a
market
good
for a football team.
Yeah.
And maybe like a baseball team.
I don't think. I mean, they probably.
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
even,
it's like
It is in
Cubans, a lot of-
California. That I can see them getting a baseball. I don't think they need one.
Nah.
I don't think baseball is looking to expand right now.
No.
Definitely.
Seattle needs a basketball team. That's what needs to happen.
Seattle needs a basketball team, 100%.
That's what needs to
Old
happen.
Seattle.
Oh my gosh! Back to Supersonics.
Supersonics with KD.
I mean, okay, what were they? They relocated from Seattle,
to
Oregon,
Oklahoma.
or Seattle, whatever.
Just doesn't know.
Oh, right, bigger market. What? Bigger market? They're a small market in Oklahoma. And then you got. I mean, I went to Seattle probably like a year and a half ago now, and it's just like everyone was almost in love with soccer because that's like their. That's like the only that and the Seahawks.
It's
right? Those are the only sports they have.
They have a baseball team.
So everyone's like all up on it. That basketball would be great for that city.
I mean, did we forget about the Mariners here?
Oh shoot!
Talk about baseball now.
Yes,
they're playing good baseball here.
I did because it's
baseball. I mean, they're a very forgettable team, but
yeah. Jeez.
I say we go into baseball too right now as we're talking about.
Great tie-in, Tucci.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I mean, we talk about Houston's huge.
Red hot Houston.
Red hot.
Yeah.
30 games.
Cubs are cooling off.
They're starting to.
We like to see that, boys.
Not necessarily cooling off. I think they're just playing where they should have been.
Mm-hmm. About the Cubs, though, real quick. There's a pitcher, Sean Doolittle. Kind of a weird name, but he has that tap move that was complained by Joe Madden. And if you guys want to look at it real quick, pull it up. Just Sean.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Joe Madden was pissed.
Yeah,
because early in the year, Carl Edwards got called out for it.
That's we've seen that
Phil had to change. Then he started to struggle. And then you can see Madden's word. You can read his lips. The second time he came out, he said something like, "All right, now I'm protesting." He definitely said the word protest. So I think he wants it banned from the MLB.
It should be.
Honestly, think about it. If a pitcher pauses in his motion, not necessarily his foot touching the ground, but takes a complete pause where his body's no longer moving, and when the pitcher continuously changes those pauses frequently, and how long he actually does pause.
Kershaw.
Yeah, I mean, and then you got Jansen too, right? So how long they actually do pause, that messes up the hitter's timing a lot.
Sometimes Jansen,
especially when they change how long they're pausing. If they're doing it for half a second, a quarter of a second, huge difference.
I mean, it's one thing to slow down your motion while you're pitching, but I mean, pausing, you can't do it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and Sean's hitting the dirt, it seems. I see it as I'm watching.
Yeah, on the replay, he did hit the dirt. He did.
That shouldn't really happen. You have to be in the throwing motion.
You're stopping and it's a double set.
Chris Bryant yesterday.
Dinger.
3 consecutive
on my fantasy team. 20 points.
Is it the axe bat, though?
The wooden axe bat in the MLB is different. And you guys, viewers, if you don't know what an axe bat is, the handle is literally shaped like what an axe handle looks like, where it's almost like flattened and pointed in one direction at the end. Yeah. So it's supposed to automatically line up your knuckles so they're facing the right way. I tried it, a metal version. I thought it sucked.
Yeah,
I wouldn't recommend it. But when you look at the MLB bat, it's different. It flat out looks different. There is a difference. So
Yankees playing ball.
Yankees, their injuries are.
Andujar is out.
They're still finding ways to win. I think once the Yankees stars come back, I think that they're going to be considered a top 3 team in the MLB.
Andujar is gone.
Cubs are doing good too.
The AL Central is kind of a weird division, as the Twins are in first place.
Yeah,
when I'm telling that, I want to make sure my eyes were.
Aiden, Indian fan. The AL Central sucks.
Yeah, I totally agree. and I'm happy to
Here are
be
their
in
records: 29-15, which is actually really good. But besides that, 24-20, 21-23, 18-26, 15.
Hey, the Sox
Yeah.
are only 2 games under 500.
They're talking about the Twins.
Good news.
They're up 10-0 against the Mariners.
And then
Top of
you
the
got
fourth.
That's why we forgot about the Mariners.
I mean, the hottest team to start off, like the first 10 games, was Mariners. Now they dropped off. They're not making the playoffs. Spoiler alert.
They're down 10 in the fourth, so all right, just
I mean, the best division in baseball, you can go AL East, but then the bottom two teams are really bad. And then you can go NL East, you can go NL Central, or NL West. Literally. NL West. 30-17 Dodgers.
yeah.
The 25-20 Diamondbacks. The 23-22 Padres. The 20-24 Rockies, who aren't playing to their full potential. And then the 18-26 Giants, who are competing. Okay? NL
The
Central.
AL Central, though. Every team above 20 wins.
Okay. So is the NL Central. Wait, you said AL or NL?
I know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The AL is the worst. AL Central's worst division.
I was going to say. I'm like, what?
And that's coming from a Sox fan.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Cubs, 26-17, finally playing to their true potential. 26. I mean, that's good. They were 1-6.
They have no bullpen. I mean, that's the problem.
Yeah, their bullpen struggles. Now their bullpen's doing good. Their starting pitching's doing good, which is lifting their bullpen because they have to pitch less innings.
Sorry to interrupt. What's the Blazers update?
The Blazers update is 92-85.
95-87.
95. Oh,
Who's winning?
98-87.
Click the button to download and get started.
Golden State.
Just they were
Golden
showing
State's
highlight
up
earlier of just what they're doing to Lillard. How on a screen, both defenders, the guy who was guarding the center and the point and Dame, are just collapsing and just trapping him.
With 4 minutes left, Golden State's up 11.
Game over. Series over.
Series over.
Unless
And
Portland comes back here, the series over.
Now you make your adjustment.
The only way that Portland would have a chance in the series if they were to protect their home.
And it doesn't look like they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, football?
Football, hey.
A little bit of football.
Pat Pete.
Not much. Kind of boring time to NFL.
Pat Pete's really only thing news.
Suspended 6 games.
Yeah, 6 games. That's going to be tough for Kyle Murray. That's going to really hurt him.
That's going to hurt their secondary. He's probably one of the best cornerbacks in the league.
I know initial reaction might be, how is that going to hurt Kyler Murray? Well, defense is struggling, and you're down 20 points in the second quarter. That kind of makes it hard on Kyler.
A rookie quarterback.
But you know what also is tough about that is, say your cornerback out 6 games, right? You're a star cornerback. Well, if he's not playing, that allows you to get burnt with a deep ball. Quick touchdowns. That's going to mean your offense is going to have to be out there back and forth really quickly. If you don't give your offense time to break, rest.
They're not like Superman. I mean, they can't just. Actually, I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah.
Wait,
they're human beings. They are going to get exhausted.
Did the Bears get a kicker?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I can do a better job.
They got like 15 kickers, and only like 7 of them made the same kick Cody Parkey missed. Like only 2 of them made it.
Wait, the recent one is the guy from Oakland, right?
One of the guys is Chris.
The guy from Tulsa. I thought they cut that guy too, though.
No, I'm pretty sure they kept Blewett and the guy from the
Blewett.
Sign Robbie. I don't care or trade him. I'd trade for him.
Robbie wants to play for the Bears.
Yeah, Robbie wants to play for the Bears.
Oh, and a former Bears kicker tried warning Robbie of not coming back because it might ruin his legacy.
No, it will
Guess
not.
who said that? An irrelevant Bears kicker.
Who?
Cody
I don't even know his name.
Oh.
But no, not Cody.
But not Cody. Cody's banned from college.
Cody double doink Parkey.
He had like a 500 field goal percentage or something.
Oh, that's why we gotta kind of love Toronto because Philly ended the Bears season on a double doink.
Double doink.
I mean,
Philly's basketball season ends on a quadruple doink.
We're gonna double him up.
Double him up.
Did you guys hear about Manziel trying to like take shots at Baker Mayfield? That he's like not
he
good
can't.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Manziel shouldn't be talking.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't
Speaking of
know.
not good quarterbacks, Manziel was high when he played.
Hey,
I
speaking
mean,
That's how
of
most of
speaking
Cleveland's
about
players were when they played.
speaking about drugs, Tyreek Evans suspended
Yeah.
2 years from the NBA for anti-drug program,
He,
which
well,
taken
like the
very
NBA has like
seriously.
this anti-drug like facility or something,
Yeah.
and he's in it now.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, it's good they'll help him, but that's bad for his career, but hopefully he can get back on the right track.
Yeah, you need that recovery though. So
Yeah, I mean, the Browns also, we can talk about the Browns off season having
Hunt's also
huge
kind of
Browns
on
are going to win that division.
We have
Yeah.
to.
I mean, I think the Ravens are going to really fall off.
Yeah,
I don't think Lamar Jackson can be a leading quarterback on that team.
definitely.
He can only run.
Just
I
a
mean,
running
he can't-
quarterback, yeah.
And that's kind of, I can see a little RG3 happening here where he's going to get injured, I feel like. I mean,
then
in this
Yeah,
league,
running so much.
you can't be a running quarterback and rely on your legs over your.
you're gonna get sat down by.
There's
They have Khalil
But
Mack.
with the new rules now, the linebackers and the defensive ends before they tackle the quarterback, they need to lay him down softly on a pillow.
Of
tuck
course.
him in.
And then you got to get your milk and, read them a bedtime story.
Yeah.
Gotta give him some cookies also. It's like
Make sure he falls
Santa.
asleep before you leave the
Like
room.
Michael's
I'm
favorite chocolate
Enfield.
chip
I'm
cookie.
Enfield.
Let's tuck him in too.
Alright, guys.
I actually want to say one quick thing about UFC. Little thing. So tonight's main event was
UFC.
Rafael dos Anjos and Kevin Lee, which was actually a good fight with Rafael dos Anjos winning in the 4th round with around 4 minutes left. And he just totally destroyed Kevin Lee at the end with 36 headshots. Kevin Lee only having 23. There is.
Aiden, if you took 36 headshots, your head would fly off.
All right.
Are we talking about Fortnite or UFC?
Yeah, no crap. He won 36 headshots.
No, Jack, we're talking about a hockey fight. What do you?
Oh,
Yeah, it's hockey fight.
It was the refs.
Yeah.
And hand pass.
Kevin
Yeah,
Lee
Portland.
also was 6 takedowns, but still couldn't pull out to beat Rafael.
Guys, I think we have a
Portland.
Max Kellerman on our hand. Boxing analysis.
whoa.
Should I be Stephen Smith? Aiden, that
Thank you
was
guys
blasphemy.
for
What are you
checking
talking
in.
about? You don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you guys for checking into our podcast. And remember,
Stupidity is prohibited.